Hi everyone, welcome to Special Angel Art Dolls. My name is Nicole, and on this channel we do lifelike dolls and lots of fun. So I'm here today with my sweet little Briony Ruth. She is my newest arrival to the nursery, and she is baby Nora by Paradise Galleries, sculpted by Lauren Faith Jaimes. And she's just lying here looking adorable in her little Minnie Mouse side snap sleeper. It has a big embroidered image of, well, maybe embroidered applique image of Minnie Mouse in kind of her classic pose with one hand on her hip and the other one up, raised. And it says Minnie underneath it, and the sleeper itself has a beautiful pattern of pink roses and green leaves. And she's just sprawled out right here waiting to get changed because Miss Briony got a visit from the clothes fairy. So this was a really funny thing. So when I got her, Briony was an impulse purchase, you guys. And I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. But when I got her, I really had not kept a lot of newborn girl clothes except for sleepers, because really the only babies that I had who could wear newborn girl either needed sleepers or I was most comfortable keeping them in sleepers, in the case of my partial silicone Mandy. But I hadn't kept a lot of clothes, and I was like, oh, I got this baby and she doesn't have anything to wear. And then I found myself in a position where I really couldn't buy her anything and wasn't going to be able to for a while. And again, I will talk a little bit about that in a minute. So one day, it was like the middle of the week. It was like Wednesday. I went to pick up my laptop because one thing that I usually do on work days is I get up early in the morning and I write, because I love creative writing. That just like feeds my soul more so than anything else that I do, with the exception of spending time in God's Word and in prayer. Writing is like the be all and end all of self-care for me. So I went to pick up my computer and there was this little pile of baby clothes lying on top of it. And I was like, I know I didn't leave any baby clothes just lying on the table like that. There's no way that I would do that. And I picked them up and I was like, I don't even recognize these. Where did they come from? But they were these adorable little rompers. Here, I'll show you. So here's the first one. And these are all Carter's, Simple Joys by Carter's. And this is a white short romper with a pattern of little pink and black unicorns and pink rainbows. And I think there's something else. Of course, I can't remember. Stars, pink stars, all over it, and little bows on the front. And they have the little ruffles around the legs and the sleeves. So adorable. And then this one, this is one of my favorites. I love them all though. This one is, it has a little, it's like a lavender with white polka dots, and you can actually feel the little polka dots, which I love. And then it has this little pink kitty faux pocket right here with little cat ears coming up out of it. And it's not a real pocket, but it looks like a pocket. And then it has the little bows again. I love that one. And then this one has just cap sleeves. And here's the front. It's just a floral pattern. And it's got some gathers right here on the chest. And again, it has the two little bows. And then on the back, it has this adorable little owl face with closed eyes right there. So cute. And I was like, oh my goodness, they're so sweet. And then then my brain kicked into gear and figured out that this was probably my roommate Amy who did this, because that just is something that she would do. And so I went out and I was like, there are baby clothes. And she said, oh yeah, the baby clothes fairy came. And she just made this whole like thing out of it, this whole like funny thing. And it turned out that she'd like slipped in the day before to leave them in my room, and she waited all that time for me to find them and didn't say anything. It was so sweet though. So I'm gonna have to change Briony into one of these today, because we are finally getting some weather that's warm enough for her to wear one. But I need you to take your finger out of your mouth, sweetheart. And I think we're gonna take off your little hat. I should have brought socks and a headband over here for her, but I didn't. So we're just going to change her into the romper. Maybe I'll put the hat back on. I don't know. So while I change her, let me present you with a familiar scenario that we can all relate to. This baby was an impulse purchase. I wasn't going to get any more babies, and then I got this one. We've all done this, right? If we haven't, then we know somebody who has. We've all heard people say this, right? So, why do we do this? Or how about this? How about this layer added to it? I'm just fixing the sleeves of her little onesie. How about buying a doll when you really, really shouldn't have? How many of you have done that? I wish that I could ask for a show of hands and see a show of hands, but I wouldn't really do that, because sometimes that is accompanied by shame and embarrassment, especially when you put yourself into a difficult financial position. And I think that the more like expensive and high-end the doll, the more likely it is that, you know, that might happen to us. I know that it's happened with me under those types of circumstances. But it doesn't even have to be that kind of situation. It doesn't even have to be a high-end doll. I did this with Briony, and I put myself in a difficult position because I wasn't thinking. I just, I was having a difficult time and I wanted to feel better. And my brain took the shortest route to a serious hit of dopamine that it could think of. And I bought her. And I mean, look at this face. Look at this little face. How do you look at her without smiling? And I couldn't even see her picture, but just the thought of a little baby with a big smile, and I couldn't have even imagined how adorable she is. Like, look at all these little rolls on her legs. Look at that. How about these cute little feet? These little wrinkly feet. She's got amazing details in her sculpting. The backs of her legs even have little rolls. Oh my goodness. Or how about her little arms? Look at these rolls right there. Look at that. You just want to eat her up. Just eat her up. She's just so sweet. You just want to eat her up. Yeah. So, anyway, it's going to be okay. Everything is okay. But it just got me thinking, like, why? Why do we do this? And what can we do instead? I feel like that's the more important aspect of this. But I also do think that it's important to know why we do something, because that can help us to change it. And, there's this sort of acceptance of this. Sorry, I know she's kind of out of focus right now. There's kind of this acceptance of this. We go, oh yeah, haha. an impulse purchase, an oops baby, you know, and we just sort of accept it and we sort of laugh with each other about it. But there are times when it is genuinely not funny. This was one of them. It was not funny. And so I think for me, I know why I do it. I do it because it has become a coping mechanism that I go to. Like, oh, I know that it's going to make me feel happy to buy a new doll, and I'm going to enjoy the experience of anticipation and then the ultimate just dopamine rush of getting that baby. And my brain says that's what you need to do to feel better. And whatever's making me feel not good isn't solved by any of it. So, I mean, I don't regret buying her, right? That's not what I'm saying at all. Because I'd actually looked at her for years. Before well, not years. She hasn't been out years, but about a year, I think. So I totally don't regret buying her. How do I do this? Wait, something's not right. Okay, there we go. Oh, how cute. And it comes down to her little knees like this. Oh. And it's not big. It's not big on her. This is how this is supposed to fit. Oh my gosh. She's so cute. So cute. She definitely needed the onesie under it because those little sleeves could ride up and show her little cloth caps. So I'm just letting the onesie sleeves just peek out from under them a little bit. There we go. And I think I'm just going to put this little hat back on her, since I didn't bring anything else over, because she's adorable in hats. And we're going to put this arm up like this, and then we're going to let her just suck her little thumb. Oh, so sweet. So anyway, that got me thinking about things that I could do instead. Oh, that's blocking her little kitty face. Okay, we'll not do that right now. And you know, I'm just about getting to the point where I need to stop buying babies for a while. Or at least, you know, really, really dramatically slow down, because of space and other financial concerns. I'm not going to say that there will be absolutely no more, because I feel like saying that is like setting yourself up for failure. But I do really, really need to slow down. And so instead of always looking for the next one, I'm trying to shift my focus onto enjoying what I have and finding better ways to cope with my feelings. Because shopping to self-soothe never works. You know, it's really, really like widely accepted knowledge now that comfort eating is bad. It's not healthy, and it hurts us, and it doesn't actually fix anything. And I think comfort shopping is exactly the same way. You know, it's not healthy, and it doesn't fix anything. And so I'm trying to shift my focus onto, oh, I feel sad. Okay, well, what do I have right now to be glad about? And in doing so, I'm already finding my enjoyment of my current dolls increased. So I just wanted to share that and to encourage anyone out there watching. If you're going through a hard time right now and you're looking and looking and looking for that next new baby because you think that that'll make you feel better, well, it might for a minute. If everything goes according to your plan with that baby. But it's not going to fix the root issue, whatever it is that you're dealing with. And so I encourage you to look inward and think about addressing what's actually happening inside of you. And if you're someone who has your babies for comfort, then take comfort from them. Take comfort from the ones that are already with you. And, if you do find a new baby, if a new baby comes your way, that's great. Wonderful. As long as you're not hurting yourself by doing it. But I think sometimes, maybe really, really often in doll collecting, we can get so caught up in looking for the next thing that we forget to stop and smell the roses, to stop and appreciate what's already there. Right? Yeah. So that's my little topic for today. And here's sweet Miss Briony looking darling and very much warm weather ready. Oh my goodness, this fits her so adorably. It's so cute. I just love it so much. And I'm really, really grateful to the clothes fairy, in other words, Auntie Amy, for helping my little girl here have some adorable spring and summer clothes. So thank you all so much for watching and listening. And until next time, take care, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And God bless.